I'm starting my candle. I'm so happy to be with you guys. Of course, I forgot my lipstick. I'm so behind. At least I have Cheryl. And
as if I'm doing my part, no.
Yes, she is. And at the beginning, I want to announce that Janet and Tom Burke, they donated again readings for $1,000, so 10 people will have half an hour readings.
So you have to keep on coming back to every video live, the replay lives, and also her Saturday morning video to comment at the bottom to be entered in those draws. But thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Man,
it's so
alive,
nice of you. And thank you for believing in me as well, because thank you.
I sure do. I've seen what you've done.
So I'm still waiting for Thomas Valentine to announce. If not, then after a few more days, I will cancel his appointment and do the reading. So we have 13 or 12 more readings to go for from Janet and Tom.
Thank you for keeping her out of mischief by having her booked for those.
I can't even think about being mischief.
Oh, yes, you can.
My husband believes that I'm such a, that I will be confused if I have to go up or down. He said, you can go both ways with your joke. You can end up on the bottom. That I will be confused if I have to go up or down. He said, you can go both ways with your joke. You can end up on the bottom. So thank you so much. And hello, BP. Thank you. And thank you for your donation to this program, because you are always donating thumbs up, and it's your time. And
the timestamps, yeah, we really appreciate that.
Timestamps. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate your hard work. I'm especially. So today we will be voting, looking for the winner of number 6 from Janet and Tom. And then I have one more from my donation that I promised, and then 10 more from. So please make sure that you are subscriber, because that way you will know when I'm posting my videos.
So hi, Be Free, Sue, AW, Shell Bell,
thank you.
BP, Tess Monks, Group 66, welcome. You said you were going to be here this time. Craig Dixon, we always love your funny comments. Yeah, they are gracious.
Thank you.
Aileen. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. So much is going on.
Taking your breath?
Yes, we had the drama on the Senate, on the Congress. He was crying like a baby. Eventually, they let him in.
Now, you said that he was going to be on the floor and acting like a toddler and everything, that eventually somebody else would be.
Well, eventually they will have to spank him and take him out, but that's probably will take a while.
Yeah.
With that kind of.
He's given away so much.
And he promised that if they want to vote him out, one vote and he can be out.
I thought they changed that a little bit, so that was.
But it was. No, that Pelosi changed, and now he promised that it will be the law.
He won't be in there long
now. No, poor guy.
Poor guy.
Well, it's for entertainment only program, but he got a new phobia, voting phobia. He has that phobia that he will be afraid to put anything on the floor.
Well, it was funny because they talked about if Pelosi knew that she was going to the floor and didn't have the number of votes, she would have called for a recess until they had the votes. But he's so inexperienced. What does he say? Let's go for it. We can make this happen. Well,
toddler.
Yeah.
We can call him toddler. And the karma is a B with the each. someone wrote me that. I love that comment. And so he didn't even came to give applause to Pelosi when she was leaving.
No,
No
he's
one
not
will,
that gracious.
no one will give him when he is leaving. Okay, I'm ready for your questions.
Be Free is asking, when we are still living, but our spirit dies, where does it go and how do we get it back to our bodies to life again? I hope this makes sense.
Oh, spirit never dies. Spirit will. Hello, Beverly, and Viviana and Alexis. Spirit never dies. It's something. It's energy. It's never going to go away. So sorry, I'm not even going to because it is something that, at least I believe that it never dies, and you do it the same way.
Oh yeah, we just cross over. I mean, I see my mom, so it's full body. She hasn't died.
But they can show us or not. That they not always have to be available to us. But
they come to us in our thoughts. Anytime you think of somebody who's passed, they're actually saying, "Hey, I'm here."
Yeah.
And then you acknowledge and say, "Oh, Mom, hi." That's what I say. Anyways, BP says, "Wow, Janet and Tom are rock stars."
Thank you, BP. Yeah, they are so wonderful people. And Tom, because he was growing up and he didn't have a warm coats, he's buying so many winter coats for kids.
He's paying it forward.
He is such a, oh, I have goosebumps. He is going to be pricey on the other side with both of them, with the good hearts. And they build little toys for kids for kindergarten and grade ones, spending hours and hours to donate them then to the schools and kindergartens.
Mm-hmm. Now remember, if you'd love to have a reading, this is a live and these comments don't carry forward. So when this is reposted at the end of this video, Violetta will repost it. That's where you put your comments in. The draw will come from.
Thank you so much. I'm sometimes losing my mind when I'm doing readings and forgetting what I was supposed to say. And my last video was cut short. I hate that. So
we have a lot of communication among each of you, welcoming each other and saying
that's so nice
stuff.
when you know each other. And I know the names by now, most of them.
And Alexis is asking, will Matt Gaetz ever be arrested?
They have a vision already, but count to 3, please.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. He's going into a tower on those spiral stairs.
Yeah, the spiral staircase.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And it's a tower because the wall is on the other side. And he's falling down, shaking up, trying to go up, and everything is in pain. So I don't think he will be able to move up again. I can see the card, but I never look at them until for being love boy to having connections with those young girls. So eventually that will come and
well, his buddies have been in trouble.
Out of the stairs. And no matter what, he is in trouble with so many his colleagues in the Republican.
Well, 6, so 5 others at least. he's with.
The rest, they hate him.
Yeah, well, deservedly so, I suppose.
And they don't want to be with him.
Joan DeWolf is asking a very, very important personal question for you. Love your outfits. Do you ever wear something twice?
Of course. All the time.
Once every 2 years.
No. It's just to remember what I was wearing lately. I don't want to wear the same thing.
What she does is she looks at, for her video, she looks at the thumbnails and she's able to identify easily which video it was because of what she's wearing.
Yeah. That way you know that it's different, and so I'm not.
You don't need to ask that one.
No. My husband is complaining that I have too many shoes and I have only 2 legs.
Oh, what's his problem? I see his at the front door.
But I usually end up wearing the same shoes because they are comfortable, and I'm always thinking, oh, maybe this one will be much more comfortable.
Tess, MOKS, she's asking, how do you get the readings? So the readings are, if you want a personal reading, it's in the replay, put it in there. But how do you, like, you have a process that you went through a long time ago that you worked through.
Oh, it was.
If I would have asked a question, what would you have had to do?
At the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
It was taking me for one question, one middle of the night wake up.
She'd have to go to bed and think it over in bed.
People ask me a question. For example, mother and daughter came and they asked me a question about missing person. So I said, come back next day and I will answer you. So I will go into a trance in the middle of the night. I was praying over and over, like the prayer. It was like a mantra. For me, I never knew about mantras, but I learned that when I praying over and over, the vision will come, pop out, and I will have the answer. Oh boy, and then it was so much stress because they didn't want to inform the police because it was her ex-boyfriend, not her boyfriend. And she was married, so she didn't want to be involved. And eventually I felt so bad because I was aware what was going on. But it was always such a long process. Eventually, I started holding hands when people were coming for readings. And I noticed that I have picture in my mind when I'm holding hands.
It'd be immediate.
It was immediate. And before even we started reading, because I wanted to calm them down, so I said, give me your hands, calm down. And then I would say, oh, you have pain, or you have probably a problem with some illness, so that you are losing so much energy from the throat. Go and see a doctor, because then she came back and she said that she had a cancer diagnosed very early, because otherwise she will wait probably 7 more months. 39-year-old woman. She came back when she was 41 to say thank you. And, those things were letting me to be faster and faster. But it was, at that time, I was doing so many readings for free. If someone spent $50, I said, what do you want to pull 3 cards? And then if you want a reading, if you spend $100 on items, I can do a reading for you. So nothing, I thought that was great for people, and they were happy to spend money and have a reading. And somehow I was granted that speed, ability to see visions. But it is stressful sometimes.
And don't think I don't stress her. She never knows what question is coming from me.
No, and she loves to kind of poke.
I love to know the answers.
That's the way I developed this very slowly. First time I saw in my vision when I was going for English test, and I saw Jesus pulling his hands above my park in the cloud, and he gave me these hands, and I painted that painting, except that not in the cloud, but through the glass, that he's pulling his hands to me. And it developed into something that I believe that I can achieve. So, and that night I was praying because I was so afraid to go for exam next day, for the test, not exam. And the next day I thought, oh gosh, I can do it. I know I can do it because I saw Jesus. And it was something that was meant for me. I was very, very religious that time. I was going all the time to church after school and praying and writing the prayers for others. So probably I was given some nice recognition because of that.
Yeah, and it took her a while, and even to get faster and faster and faster. It's been a while.
And sometimes I don't know if I'm reading correctly.
Well, sometimes you get an image and you try to explain it, and then you go to bed, and then you contact me in the middle of the night and say, now I know what it means. So, you need more images coming to you, because every image that you see is actually personal to you from your experience.
And that's what I figure out, that it's mostly for me.
So Janet Berg is asking about tramadol. Tramadol, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I think tramadol.
Will it help her regrow hair
if she will stop?
If she stops taking it?
3 cards.
1.
And thank you, Janet,
2,
for that question.
3.
It's like someone is pulling you and then putting back. And so I think it will go better. At least it will not be falling down. And I put the information about that I was, when my husband was going now for radiation, I was giving him vitamin B7, B12, and E, eggs, and I'm always giving him avocado. Apparently that's very good for hair growth. And he didn't lose his hair going through the radiation, which was normal for people to lose.
Chemo they lose, sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all.
And I'm giving him to use baby shampoo, Johnson baby shampoo, but as well it is something that I need to find that information. There was the baby shampoo and yolk eggs. But I did a video a long time ago about Violetta villas, and it's still there. I found it yesterday. Okay, and it was posted December 11, 21. You can go to that video. I have her name because my parents went to see her concert. She was 13. I thought that she was 16. She was 13 in conservatorium. She had 4 octave soprano voice, so she was already sensation when I was going to be born, but not born. And my parents fell in love with her voice, with her personality, and she was famous for not only the wonderful voice, but her. And something like this. So kind of my mom steal from her, except the voice. Of course, the voice is my worst nightmare. And this girl was able to play piano, violin, and trumpet or something like that. So she was extremely talented and no pitch. She was perfect. So you can find her, Violetta Villas, VIO, like my VILLAS. You can find that video December 11, 21. And there is a remedy that she was using and I was using since I was teenager, because there was some leak to some magazine. So I was the lady who was her maid, sent that link. 2 tablespoons of castor oil and 1 yolk, but make sure there is not that white fluffy things connecting yolk with the whites. 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Mix this, put on the hair for 10-15 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you feel like it, and then wash with the yolk I'm always using shampoo after that because I don't feel they are washed. So, but I'm using this after I bleach my hair, so probably 4 or 5 times a year, and they are still there. So that's the remedy for today. And Angel will help you. Oh, another Angel, Janet. And you will be going to the top and researching and educating yourself, reading a lot of books. There is a book over there, and little Angel will help you. So there is a big hope, 3 angels on 3 cards. And I'm not cheating, I'm just pulling the cards. You can see the cards are on the table, always face down. So
Do you see bad weather in Connecticut this winter?
okay.
One,
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
On the East Coast, I see a lot of floods, probably. So, and there will be some storms. I'm not saying Connecticut is usually more lucky, but I see still the storm coming from the ocean. There will be some that they will have to make control. People will be leaning, but the most of this will be kind of survival because most households will be fine.
Zara Ova is asking, good morning, how was the childhood of Kim Kardashian?
Childhood?
Childhood of Kim Kardashian. You know the Kardashians.
Yeah, but childhood.
What was her childhood like?
She was probably growing up when her father was so famous lawyer for OJ. So Kardashian. Wasn't he her father? No? I have the feeling that he was her father, the Kardashian, who was OJ's.
No idea. Do you know what the answer to that was?
Am I correct that Kardashian was her father and 3 cards?
I don't follow her one.
I don't either, but
2, 3.
do that. Always feel like you are ready for a stage.
But yes, he was.
Yeah, I was correct.
Yeah, I don't follow.
I don't think he was too visible in her life. And I think some people were upset with him with if the gloves doesn't fit, then quit. And I thought, how stupid you are, guys. You are putting latex gloves, and then on top of that glove who was in the wet, it will never fit.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how big the hand will be, that was not that it will fit. So I was furious before even they started putting that thing. I thought how they cannot check on the other glove that if they will put leather in the water, it's getting stiff and shrink. So that was something that they should jeopardize, in my opinion, but who I was that time, I couldn't even say to more than one husband, just to my husband. She was growing up already feeling that there is publicity that she has to and her mother loved that to be center of attention. He died, I think, very early age. She was crying over losing him. She was blessed child, feeling, and she learned that hard work. Well, she, to be that long on the stage, she has to be able to work hard, and she's extremely strong and independent.
So
to put up with her husband, I don't know how he survived that, or his mood swings.
The green light 777. What will happen to Scott Perry? He seems crazy.
Boy. I'm always showing that they are face down, so you can see that.
1, 3. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Don't cheat.
We could always go back.
Yeah. Well, he is standing on something that he can't keep the balance on. So that how long he can be on that small piece of ice on the river and keeping that the ice will melt and eventually he will go under the water.
Yeah, well, he didn't get his pardon, you don't think?
He took chances. He was doing stupid things. Now he's afraid. He is afraid of the consequences, and he will have to pay the fiddler.
Beverly Lejeski?
Lejeski.
I may never get that. Sorry.
That's so easy for me.
Will there be a more effective immigrant policy developed after Biden's visit to the border and his meeting with the Mexican president? 1.
1 second. I have to put. Can we start all over?
1.
Yes.
2. 3.
It's like they are playing roulette because there is 3 of them. 3 amigos. Canadian, Biden, and from Mexico president. So they just want to make sure that they can, but they are just playing. They are not really extremely serious. We have so many immigrants coming our way now in Canada. Maybe not during the winter time because some can be frozen, on the journey, can freeze. Yeah. Canadians are getting ready and everyone has to be ready for the next shipment. They have to share some responsibility with the other countries so they wouldn't be coming in as many numbers as they are. But that will be something that they have to take. But they are taking chances. There will be some reason to celebrate that unity of those 3 amigos, as they call them.
Shell Bell, Chagle. When will all the hard right-wing fractions around the world fizzle out? Germany, Brazil, and others have had similar attacks like January 6th.
Yeah.
And I have something to mention about at the end.
When will this resolve?
1, 2, 3.
I see that they have to slam Trump first because that's when it started. They are following the leader. And he got away with so much for so long, what he did in January 6th, and everyone feels that they can do the same thing. Yeah, the judgment, they have to judge him eventually. Because he is wealthy, they are not touching him, but the whole world is upside down because of that. They have to eventually put the judgment on him and on the others. Bassadoro, whatever he is called, from Brazil, he's not even there. How smart of him. He's smarter than Trump because he didn't organize officially the big rally, but he did somehow.
He wasn't going to lead them.
And it's so odd. I'm wondering if he has seen Trump because he is so close to Mar-a-Lago.
Well, the one from Brazil?
Yeah, because he's on south of Florida and Trump is a little bit above.
Yeah, but Don Jr. was also friends with the son.
Yeah, so I
went
have
to school
the
together.
feeling that they are. And
they're connected, yeah.
And when they were they studying as friends or partying as friends? I know Junior was
studied.
He was big into enjoying to rinse his throat with alcohol.
Delphi, Sweet and Salty, 1111. Will America have to endure another insurrection in 2023? 1,
2023, huh?
2, 3.
There is something on the palm. It's like time is clicking, but I don't see this as symbol of insurrection 2023, but maybe eventually the time will come to click because someone is looking at the time, the watch. So time is clicking. They have to be ready for something like that. Sharing, beginning of new adventure and reuniting with the friends and family. So that may be even closer than 2024.
Now, that wasn't maybe quite a Freudian slip of note mentioning Trump. Will they rebel in some fashion when 2, 3.
I just have to watch this because it's such a, it's like the same time I'm moving, the video is moving in my mind, but it's still staying. It's someone who is grabbing him by the...
Grabbing Trump?
Grabbing Trump by the collar. And he is fighting with his, unstable, because it's very unstable position. If I will be grabbing you and you are trying to go forward and I'm pulling you.
Momentum, yeah.
So he will be in some kind of problems. He will be feeling that still people loves him and that he loves them. He will try to cheat, but he will be taken away. He will be pulled out from those conspirators, but the swords will be still there. They can protect him. They can still make problems. And I'm afraid that that's one day could happen because...
well, Jim Jordan is going to try to do his best to save them all.
Matt Gates instead of Mad. Oh, sorry. Matt. Maybe we should call him Mad.
Okay.
No, just kidding. For entertainment only.
This is how our day goes. We have such fun together.
And my husband thinks that I should go to hell because I'm so...
Well, I'll be with you. We're here on Earth.
He said, they will be confused which way to send you. I said, well, then they will have to make me to live long enough until I will be completely done without any faults.
Now, Sharon P., would you please ask Mother Teresa for advice on USA's future as a country? 1, 2, 3.
She's whispering to everyone, be nice to your neighbor, be nice to your friends, be nice to your family. So it is that she would like us to be a nice human being to everyone. Just be nice. No more devil stuff because she doesn't approve that. Take the risk being nice and be more spiritual. She's not saying to be religious, be spiritual, be trustful, be reliable, be good-hearted.
Yeah, spiritual comes right from source. It doesn't have a middleman.
No, and don't exclude other religions. She didn't.
Well, but all religions have a seed of the truth.
The same kind of background.
Yeah.
They never taught us to be bad.
Dee Dee's asking, can you tell how Black Bart died and where he was buried? He was a stage robber in California in the 1880s.
Well, boy, I don't know who you're asking. You know?
I've heard the name, but
Black
Bart.
B-U-R-T?
B-A-R-T. Black Bart. Where he's buried.
Okay. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
There is one house not far away. I see a symbol of sheriff and the very dry land, and they dig the hole. No, nothing really. The log house is gone by now, somewhere in the ground. Nothing really spectacular. Beginning of new adventure, maybe people will be looking, but I don't think they can really find everything.
The 1880s. It's a long
Yeah.
time ago.
And they don't know his DNA, so how they can even prove if they will find. He's on another side and he's rebuilding his life now. Well, his spirit. He's getting lecture how to be a better person probably next time.
Estrella, I don't know how to pronounce that completely. You use your accent.
What is
Estrella?
De la Carra? Your letters are so small.
How long will Governor Abbott of Texas be in office? He needs to go.
He just won.
Mm-hmm.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I see 2, 3 more steps.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you very much. I see 3 more steps, so maybe 3 more years. And then maybe he will give up. He's old. They will negotiate with him because of his health and his ability to work and some surprise. So he might be Page of Cups. He might have already some problems with health, and that might surprise him, and his work will be affected, and they will negotiate with him. So maybe that's 2, 3 years from now.
Vivian is asking, please, what do you see for Bolsonaro and his family?
Bolsonaro and his family from Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
He's enjoying himself in Florida so far. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Well, he's looking for some place that he will be in exile, hiding. He don't want to go back to Brazil. He's afraid to going back because he can be arrested. He didn't admit that he lost, and that causing so much destruction in the country. Yeah, he will be fulfilling his dreams, traveling, being with his family, and it will be still battle for him because they will ask some countries to extradite him.
And will they?
Thank you for following question.
1. You can see how much she loves me. 2.
I love you. I love you.
3.
We both are laughing when we are stressed out. He will have to fly away to different countries, and sleepless nights. He will need to have some help, and the law will be following him because they will have proved that he was the organizers of that riots yesterday. It was so unbelievable that it was exactly 2 days later than what's happened in January 6th, January 8th, or 7th. I don't know if it was 7 or 8 in Brazil.
Craig Dixon, he always comes up with some really good things. Violetta, will any Republicans find true love in prison? He lightens our mood.
3 cards.
1.
Oh, boy.
2. 3.
Well, maybe if they have the same name as the bodyguard, those guards, then they can be even free. You remember that story in Texas? The guard had the same name as the prisoner, so she helped him to run away.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then they were looking for them. They nearly caught. He was caught, and she committed a suicide. She killed herself. So that was true love. If they can love, they can use. They will think only the true love can be on the freedom side, not over there. Oh no, it will be hard for them. Shake it, Howard. They might love someone, but they might lost someone on the other side of the fence. So they not too much hope.
Not for true love.
For true love, no.
Boy.
And she, poor woman, she lost everything. And her mother was not even aware what she did. So she left her mother for destroying her whole life and then killing herself. I don't remember what her name was, but you probably know that story because it was just a year ago. A few months.
Bethany Caudill is asking, when will we be able to get kidneys without having a donor?
To regrow kidneys?
To have a kidney, yeah. Can they grow a kidney artificially?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I see a pig. So eventually they will be able to regrow a pig or readjust kind of pigs, kidney pigs. Maybe they will be doing some changes of DNA on those pigs that they will be more matching to the humans. But I see answer as a pig. Surprise? Yeah, that will be something possible eventually with the help of the angels. But there will be a lot of casualties. Not everyone will be successful. So I can't promise that every transplant will be great, but they will be capable of doing some, because pigs have the closest DNA to humans. So that's the reason probably I'm seeing pigs.
It's already involved in transplants, yeah.
Yeah.
Luna 1111 is asking, will Kevin McCarthy be removed as speaker before he can do any damage? 1, 2, 3.
I see we were living in the huge villa, but that villa was built in 1904 by Germans. The next villa was completely destroyed, just few part of the walls, outside walls were, and there was steps that were not, not full steps, just on top there were some steps, but you couldn't climb it. Of course, I was going and looking for treasures there with my friends. We all did that. And eventually, no, they will have to completely demolish, take him out and repair, because he is kind of broken villa, kind of broken ruins. Here, this card is coming today a lot. The Knight of Love, he will go for some breakdown, medical field.
I wonder why.
And maybe women will take his place. Maybe the one who he posted as to replace Liz Cheney. He was afraid of Liz Cheney. Maybe he should start. He will be backstabbed. They will backstab him. So he is not going to survive for too long. I don't know how. Time is never easy for me to predict, or we have to ask the last question and
then I'll mention.
Yeah, I'm going to work.
Celtic Tarot had asked, given the current circumstances, when do you think the GOP will lose the majority in the Congress?
3 cards.
1.
And the time is not.
2. Well, there is no time on the other side,
Yeah,
so you don't get time usually. 3.
or they will be pulling those guys from the Congress, so they will lose the essence of the majority. Like if they pull Jordan out and Nikki Haley, or all of them, then no, not Nikki Haley. Sorry,
She's not in there yet.
I'm talking about Holly and others. They will pull them out.
Marjorie Taylor Greene,
Oh,
Boebert.
If they will prove them that they were into conspiracy on January 6th, then that's what will happen. The law will have to appeal to them, the noble law. Maybe Jack Smith will do something because people will not trust them. And then they will be a nice, sweet family of decent people who will be respectable and who would like to help the regular Joe in the
people that they have given oath to serve. Well, that's a novel idea.
That would be so nice. We can only pray for that. Okay.
This is a website. Cryon. I talk about Cryon at times. And Cryon is the only psychic who has, or a channeler who has presented at the United Nations 7 times already. So if you freeze that site and go to it. But Cryon says, and this is just a recent one that he just did.
K, not C.
Kryon. Cryon is channeled by Lee Carroll. And Cryon says that the cycle of consciousness that this planet is going through is a correction cycle, along with the weather changing to sustain conscious life. So we are not doomed for a world war of destruction. The end of times means the end of an old time, as people are awakening to the compassion and caring about each other and are expecting their governments to see it too, as light workers are sending light to their leaderships. Doing the same thing as we did before will not give the same results. Leadership must mirror this consciousness change in order to stay in power. And we have to remember, life is not meant to be traveled backwards. And what a great time for us to be reincarnated now to be a part of this evolution and raising of consciousness. I think that is absolutely wonderful. But this was just posted a couple of days ago. Mm-hmm. And it reminds us again of our role that we play. And so all the things that are happening right now, they've already been manifested and now they're showing up. But we can change how it keeps on going forward by what we want and see the future as.
And well, I'm thinking I never was even interested in politics until Trump started going that elevator down.
Because it affects everyone in the world, because it's about democracy. And what's lovely is that they can't keep things secret anymore, because as soon as something happens, it's worldwide. And then the consciousness, we all participate.
Yeah. And the little story that, some people are not aware are popping out on my phone, and I can watch those stories. So it is like
consciousness is rising.
Yeah, and things that I will be watching once, and then every other video will be about that.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the video about I have 2 videos recently, but not the last one, because that was just the second part. So I'm talking about the one that I was announcing.
The first one on Saturday. Not when she was cut off real quick.
Yeah. So prediction, will 45 escape? Marjorie Green in 23 and G. Santos and so on. So that's the title of the video. Please, if I will announce you as a winner, go to that one and I will post you as a winner. Please contact with me, send me your email with your phone number. So far, I have so many of you coming to me and informing me. And so please do as soon as possible. So because when I'm posting, then I can't have the BP time schedule for the video, the time stamps for the video. So I want to take you out and put the BP's
timestamps.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's 290 people who wrote comments. So that's a big number to it's easy to win. And I want to go up and down, so I'm not happy. Oops. Happy New Year, thank you. And it's Sarah Beer. No, Share Beer?
Share, S-H-A-R-E, Bear.
Bear. Okay.
Share Bear.
Sorry, I'm mixing up your name, and I'm putting this.
Well, her name really isn't Share Bear, I don't think. She goes by Share Bear.
Okay, we'll just put this one.
So again, when this gets reposted today, then you will be in for a draw.
Pinning in the previous video, so pin.
So,
and I will write you that you are the winner in a moment. And
so the next draw is on the repost of this in the comment section.
Just after this video is ending, you can put your comments as often as you want. I'm not going to count because everyone has rights to put so many comments. Thank you so much, Tari, Luna, the Green Light 77, Vivian, Shiviani Dumas, Teresa, Mary Rose, Charlotte Bell, and all of you. I know BP was there, and Beverly. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Thank you for your donations, and thank you for watching us.
Yes, and
we will be Wednesday.
Wednesday, we'll see you for another draw as well from the Burke family.
Okay. Yes. You. So thank you, Janet and Tom, again. Thank you for your kindness to all of us. Thank you. And prayers for peace, tranquility in the world, happiness, safety, that there will be no wars, and for safety in California. I'm sorry, I was seeing mudslides, and I'm so afraid that there will be some. There is so much rain, and it was the driest place that everyone was praying for rain, but not that much in that short time. So it's
the floods.
And I said that a while ago, that I see this, and it's so devastating. All the best to everyone, and stay positive and stay safe.
And let's heal this earth together.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Neptune, other daughters, and Cheryl, and Vivian, and Sandy. Thank you. See you Wednesday.
Wednesday. That is next time.
Next time. Ups. End of the stream.